Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody out there. ZiggyNo here, going live. I'm kind of on the spot, on the moment. Just thought I'd go ahead and was driving back from the local card store, and I figured I'd stop at Starbucks and go live. Now, it is a sunny day, but it is chilly here in the Virginia area, so we'll see how long this goes. I'm hoping to go about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Got a few topics to cover. I think first of all I want to talk about is I went to a local card store, my new local card store. It's close to me. I like the owner. The guy who introduced me to them is Chase from Chase's Autographs. Went there today. They're about 40 minutes from my home outside the D.C. area, Northern Virginia, West Winchester, if you're familiar with the area. Picked up a box that I had gotten from Chase. Got some really cool cards from him. Wanted to kind of share with you guys some of those cards and talk a little about the card store. So first of all, what I liked about this, and I've talked about it's Collectible Kings. Talked about Collectible Kings before one of my channels, and what's cool about Collectible Kings is that it's family owned. A couple partners, and the main owner and his sons are still at the business, which I really like. And they're trying to, help the hobby grow through reasonable profits, I think is the best way to say it. And I'm encouraged to see that. I went in today in the Collectible Kings in Winchester. The first thing I saw were blaster boxes of Top Series 1 baseball, and they were $20. And that made me feel happy. That's a great price. I can tell you at Fantastic Store, they're $35, right? $40. They charge more there. It just gives me a warm fuzzy, gives me a price confidence. I want to share a couple things. So I did buy from them today. Bought some Tuas. Check these out, man. $27 base Prism Tuas. I ended up getting 4 of those. Right? I am a Tua collector. I like Tua. Fan of him. It's really the only quarterback that I really chased last year. I think I have a few Burrow, but Tua is kind of the guy I'm chasing. Also was there, and the two of the owners, their sons. And the sons are owners, so I'm going to say two of the owners helped open one of those boxes for me of hoops. And this is what we got here. I know you can't see that. It's a Cam Reddish insert scope. But what's really cool is this is numbered. And you see that to 10. To 10 out of a retail box. That's pretty cool. And what's really exciting is that, like I said, we ripped it there at the shop, and the kids ripped it for me, and I was super excited. They did that big pull. Interestingly enough, no Zions and no Jaws in the cards that we did in the box. But we did have that great number to 10 Reddish, and then I got those, like I said, those Tuas. So really enjoyed stopping by Collectible Kings today, and you'll be seeing me talk more about them in the future. I'm looking forward to doing breaks there in the future. When my boys have them for the weekend, we'll probably go there and do a break or two. So I'm super excited. A couple of topics I want to get into today on Sports Cards Daily. So first of all, I hate to bring it up, but it's just been a big topic for me and a lot of people, and that's the NFTs, the NBA Top Shot. I am putting together a video probably this weekend that will be a little bit more detailed, and it's going at NBA Top Shot from a different perspective. More on the business and the development side, on the back end, a little bit about blockchain and flow, and what this really can mean. Like, I'm not even going to talk about which you should be buying or not. I just think it's an interesting platform you should be aware of. For example, whether you like NFTs or not, maybe you like football more or baseball. I think, as Gary Vee said, they're going to come to every sport, every piece of pop culture. So you should think about platforms and ways to be educated on, I guess is what I'd say. Another thing I'll talk about, great article. I mentioned it in Sports Cards Daily this morning on SI. I will go deeper into that in this into the NBA Top Shot video we put together. Another thing coming up that I'm working on right now is football. So this week is the release of, let me pull up my notes here, football. Panini Case releases on the 26th, and then we have basically what I look at as the last month, the big month in April on football products, right? Because we're going to have Encased football, which is okay. It's a good product. And then we're going to have, Select football. Very excited on the 9th of April, right? Then we have Contenders Optic on the 9th as well, which I'm interested they're putting those out at the same time. That's kind of surprising me. Then we have 414 National Treasures. Man, I've been collecting since 2016. I love National Treasures football. Now, this year probably won't be achievable. It's probably overpriced. I haven't looked. I don't want to get sick, but I do love the product, and I would be looking forward to see how that product rolls out. And then you have Flawless Football actually a week later. And that really wraps up football season for the 2020 class. Now, I also want to mention Topps will be dropping a Trevor Lawrence set in April as well, which I mentioned that because Trevor Lawrence and the 2021 season starts as well. We're going to have some overlap. So you will see, I think Leaf has a product coming out for 2021. What is it? Panini has Super Bowl champion sets. Not interested in that. Leaf Metal Football. Prism Draft Picks comes out on April 30th. So that will be really starting Panini's push into the next year's class. So April to me, these next few weeks are really the kind of sweet spot for football because, again, a lot of people, it's not going on. It's not people's attention, but you have the draft in April. You have a lot of free agency stuff. So it's a fun time. I think if you're in the hobby, football, and that's what I love about the hobby. You can love a sport and be involved in that sport all year long, right? Hobby doesn't stop. It takes you throughout the entire season. So that's a lot of fun to me. Other things just kind of mentioned, a lot going on in the auction world. Every week a new record set, right? Every week somebody's buying, $1 million here, $1 million there. And it just made me start thinking about this. Is it kind of obvious that there's a direct correlation between the rise in fractional ownership and the rise in these crazy auction prices? Right? I mean, I don't think it's any secret that I think what's happening is an auction house can go out and buy we'll call it a grail, a good card. And then they know that, A, they don't have to cover it, so they can pay an exorbitant amount of money for it, because they can just go ahead and auction it off in fractional ownership. And I'm kind of wondering, I guess I look at this industry right now, we're in the boom, right? Everything's rainbows and unicorns. Fractional ownership seems to be exciting. And I will say I do use Dibs. I have not used the other ones. The reason I use Dibs is I like the NFT tie-in. To be honest, now looking at it, I don't think there's really a differentiation, personally, between the NFT tie-in and Dibs. I think Dibs is the same as Otis and Rally Road and collectibles. They all are the same fractional ownership. And just my personal experience is, A, I'm not making money off it. My fractions aren't going up. And those that are going up, they're going up at kind of exorbitant prices. I think I saw a Luca in one of the fraction ownerships. If you added up the fraction ownership, the Luca Silver was worth $15,000. Well, you can own a full Luca Silver for $8,000. So I don't know. That has me kind of concerned. Only bring it up as kind of an observation. Love to get your thoughts, comments on what you think about fractional ownership. Are you getting into this? Dibs, from what my thoughts on Dibs, what I like about Dibs is it's very easy to use. It's on my phone. It's an easy app. What I don't like about Dibs, it's not on the web. I can't log into my Dibs account on the web and see my portfolio. It also seems that since it's on my phone, it sells out very fast and crashes when they do their drops. It's hard for me to get stuff through them. Also, another thing I did not like about Dibs is kind of a Dibs warning. Dibs charges you $15 to withdraw money, which I guess it doesn't seem that bad, but it's a flat fee. So if you were withdrawing $1 million, that seems like a great deal. But if you're only withdrawing, say, $100, $15 is a heavy tax to pay on Dibs. So, love to get your thoughts, your comments, your feedback on what you guys think about fractional ownership. I'll say what kind of spawned my thoughts on this. I did see this morning, She Collects, who I follow, did a video. And it was interesting because I like her videos, but she started off talking about the challenges of getting cards. I'm like, yeah. And then she talks about Otis. And I'm like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Right? I just was a little surprised. So it's definitely getting a lot of attention. I got a lot of YouTubers are talking about fractional ownership. I think Dibs has been getting a lot of attention. Like I said, I use it. I've talked about it. And you'll see, I will talk about stuff I use. Anyway, moving on, let's just do a quick update, too, on some of the tools that are out there and some of the tools that I've been using. Just to give you some of my feedback. In fact, another video I'm working on. So like I said, I got the one coming out on NFTs. I'm working on the video on kind of football and what to look for in the football products coming out in the next month. Yeah, oh, my goodness. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I know. And then I'm working on a video, ask a question and what if. So the ask a question is going to be, I'm going to put together, if I could ask questions to the CEOs or executives of Topps, Upper Deck, PSA, whatever those companies are, here are the questions I'd want to ask them, right? So for example, with Topps and Panini, I'd say, hey, how would you feel about expanding your licensing like Topps? Would you be willing to let a second licensee in baseball if you got second licensing access to football? Would you be willing to do that, right? Just a question. Also, to the manufacturers, would you be willing to at some point ever disclose the print runs of your products, maybe old products, right? And again, you always hear back, well, it's our secret sauce. No, it's not secret sauce. You don't disclose it for a reason. But if there's competition, would you, right? I think competition would help them drive that. So I put together this series of kind of ask the CEO asked the company. If you guys have any questions or recommendations, let me know. Again, that's going to be a specific video. I'm going to try to do a little acting around it. But again, the goal there is what we would ask these CEOs of these major companies. The next series I'm working on, again, looking for feedback here, guys, is what if I was? So I'm going to play the role of I am now the CEO of, let's say, Star Stock, or I'm the CEO of Tops. Here's what I want to do, right? And just my goal there is I want to show kind of two things. I want to ask some questions and not, just like, what's coming next? What are you thinking about? Like, here's a great example. Panini and Tops, are you following NBA Top Shot at all? Or are you just ignoring it, like sticking your head in the ground like an ostrich? I can see you go, well, it's not the same business. We don't really care, whatever. But I know you both have blockchain products. You have to be looking at that and admiring their success. Also, you have to look at the distribution model, right? Online, able to, again, it's been a challenge. I have never gotten to a pack drop for an NBA, but I do feel like every time that it's fair. I feel like I get a chance to get into it. So where I can tell you on First of Line, I don't feel like I ever had a chance at First of Line. I feel like First of Line is just for the rich. The rich have access to it. The rest of us don't. Which again is what I love about the NBA Top Shot. If I get a pack, the day I get a pack will be like winning the lottery. I don't even care what the moments are. Just getting that pack will be fun. So look here, I don't seem to have any comments. I know I just went live out of the blue, so I don't have a lot of viewers. I do appreciate those of you who are out there giving me thumbs up, watching. Next topic I want to talk about and address, and it will be coming up in an upcoming video, and that is going to be grading. So, and what I mean by this is that, again, there's so much going on in the grading world. Here's my thoughts on grading. I am definitely a fan, and I mean this, I'm a fan of what HGA is doing. I like what HGA is doing. I'm not doing HGA. I haven't bought an HGA slab. I don't plan to send anything to them. I won't say that I've thought about it. It's on my radar, but I honestly am too lazy to go log in on a Friday night, try to get spots, and then be disappointed. I'm disappointed as it is with retail and disappointed as it is with other things. I don't want to deal with that disappointment. But what I'm most excited about is the fact that HGA has been successful. I want to see who's going to do it next. I said this yesterday in a comment, I think, on Neo's channel. What blows my mind about HGA is they've proven that it's not about this myth of, well, we've got the graders, we've got wizards. Apparently, wizards aren't what it's about, right? In fact, here's another great video I'm working on and I'm trying to do. This is a little bit harder. I'd like to get somebody who completely knows nothing about sports cards, right? And get them in a video and give them a slab of each slab and say, hey, which one do you like better and why? And then tell them about each one. Like, this one has this one has that. Do you think that's good or bad? Just get the unbiased opinion of just a regular person. And I will tell you that I think most regular people, if you show them the slabs like HGA, SGC, PSA, BGS, if you showed them the slabs and you just gave them a brief description of some of the features of each slab without talking at all about comps, I bet you BGS and HGA would be the best or the most liked. And the reason for that is I think the amount of information, the protection that BGS perceives to give you is big, and HGA's customization and color are big. I don't think PSA would probably fall in fourth there. And that'll be interesting. I want to do a blind survey. I got to go to an area like maybe to a Starbucks and find somebody and like just ask them, right? Get some cards in their face. So in the grading, I come back to that saying, I continue to use PSA mainly because the cards I'm grading, I'm selling. Cards I keep for my PC, are for me. I also point out this, I'm not a big buyer or seller of cards. Me and my boys, in fact, as I'm watching some of these channels and these guys, I realize I'm really a small fish in a very, very big pond. I mean, I don't flash big cards. I don't own big cards. I think my sons, their biggest cards are, they have some Luca base prisms. So we use PSA, and we also keep cards in our own PC. But I am looking forward to seeing, and again, HGA has been around for what? Let's say the beginning of the year, 2021. I think they started in December. Where are we? Gosh, the way this industry's been going, where are we going to be in 6 months? Where are we at National? I think by National, there is a new HGA-like competitor, another technology offering, and it could come from one of the big guys. Maybe CGC or one of these guys offers a technology grading. So it'll be interesting to see. On that note, let me just go ahead and transition. We're about 15 minutes into my live, and talk a little bit about trade shows. So trade shows are picking up. The world's trying to get back to normal. I do think we're on our path to doing that. I know here I'm in the Virginia area, and the Chantilly show was delayed. It was supposed to be, I think, on April 9th, 10th. It's been pushed to the end of the month, and then there's a backup date in June. And I like the fact they've done that. They've got 2 alternative dates, which makes me believe that show will happen. It will happen. My understanding, it's sold out. I also heard that there's a local Tidewater show in the Winchester area. I think it's next week on 27th, Fredericksburg, right? That one is also sold out. So I'm excited about those. I'm looking to go to those. I'll probably try to do a live next week if I can from there, maybe. Maybe we'll see. Would that be kind of cool, do a live from the show? But my comment about that is I'm excited about shows. As of like today, going to a local card store, one thing I like about that is you can see the cards in person. You can talk to the owner. I got a great deal on those twos, man. I got them for, $25 a piece for 2 of Prisms. I can't find that on anything else for that price. And I got them right away. So I got them in hand, didn't have to wait or ship or anything like that. So that made me feel excited. So I like that about card shows. And I think you'll see that in card shows. So I encourage you, if you're in the hobby, get out to card shows, man. Get out there, talk to people. I mentioned in my morning edition, I would like to do the Dallas card show in May. I got a lot going on in my personal life. It's kind of challenging to think that far ahead, but it's on my radar. And I'm also looking to make, like I said, do it as a road trip. Like, start here in the DC area and drive down there. I think it'd be 2 days. So like if I left Thursday morning, drive all day Thursday, drive all day Friday, and then Saturday, and drive all day Sunday and Monday. So that'd be, 5 days, 1 day at the show kind of thing, maybe 2 nights, but just something to think about. It'd be great if I got somebody else who wanted to do it. The Pepsi challenge for slabs, absolutely, Rob. I agree. Don't you think? I mean, again, if you were to ask, your mom, your dad, somebody who doesn't know anything about sports cards, what their thoughts are on the slabs, I think we're all going to find that PSA is not the one they picked. But anyway, roadshow. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. I saw somebody do it. I also would be interested, too, if anybody's going down there, about doing a Airbnb or doing sharing a space down there for the hotel or whatever. Instead of being in a hotel by myself, I'd love to hang out, play some poker, talk the hobby, whatever it might be, man. I love this stuff. In fact, I realize, as I said, I'm not in this for the money. I'm definitely in it more for the people, the friends, the fans. I just love the hobby, love the community. Love going and talking to people. Like I said, I love going by local card store today. It's my first time. I look forward to going by the second time, the third time, building rapport, making that a play. It's kind of like my cheers, right? In fact, hey, great little skit, right? Someone should do a cheers for sports cards, right? There's like a Norm character, Okay, anyway, coming up on the 20 minutes here. Let's see, I don't have a large audience, and I went live at the last minute, and I really appreciate those people who are here. Would like to do more of this in the future. My idea is I'd like to do kind of a show where I have a guest every week. Somebody could dial in live, or maybe start taking people from the audience. Well, one thing I have to realize is it's funny. I'm a technology guy in my career, but when it comes to YouTube and my hobby, I'm terrible at this. Like, I'm using YouTube Live. I probably should be using that. What's that thing called? Oh, I can't remember that app that everybody uses, where you can invite people in and share the screen and all that stuff. I can see the name, but I can't think of what it is. Anyway, I need to work on that. I need to work on some video editing. Another thing, too, I will say, I did recently just started a LinkedIn NBA Top Shot group. So looking to build out LinkedIn a little bit. I'm on a LinkedIn sports card group in there. LinkedIn's a little different. It's more professional, but if you're in there, check it out. Thanks, guys, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joshua. It is a nice day. Today's supposed to be the first day of spring for those who are following, right? And I'm hoping for a wonderful spring. Like I said, looking forward to card shows. My plan is next week be at the local card show, I think on Saturday. And then April, there'll be another one, I think in the DC area. And then, like I said, I'd like to get to Dallas in May. So let's go ahead and summarize what we kind of hit on today. So what's coming out from the channel? Working on a deep dive into NFTs. And not going to be just about buying and selling. It's going to be more about the blockchain and the flow, the technology behind it, and the opportunity. Because I do think there's an interesting opportunity here in that space. One of the things I love about the NFTs is that everything's public, which leaves little room for counterfeiting or fakes or frauds or ding corners. That everything is public. So the other video working on, and I'm trying to collaborate with Fantasy Football Quest to do a live with him, I think Thursday night. And we're going to be talking about football products in the football season. So look for that. Again, I'm dropping a video around the same time. We're talking about football coming up. Super excited about that. Also, real quickly mention, one of my big partners as far as giving me a lot of information, has been talking a lot in messaging, has been Sports Card Investigator. Big fan of his channel. If you haven't already, please check it out, Sports Card Investigator. We're coming up on 20 minutes, guys. Boom Slang, great to see you. Thank you for dropping in, man. I wish I had more to talk about. I seem to always want to just, talk. I will admit it's a little chilly. The sun is a little warm. Coffee's finally getting into me. But I will be back tomorrow with another Sports Cards Daily every day this week. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And we're going to continue to do these lives on the weekend as I get them going. Next week, I'm hoping to do it live from the Fredericksburg show. We'll see how that goes. Again, everybody, thank you very, very much for stopping by the stream. Really appreciate the support. To all my friends out there, fans, and the people I'm fans of, love it, man. Love the hobby. Stay healthy.